Hello, kiddies. This is Alice Cooper on 102.7 FM, Triple R. You better listen, because I know where you live.
And we are back in Studio One, where it's a great pleasure to have the author of Bigwig, The Remarkable Rise and Fall of Tony Mockbell, Mr. Liam Houlihan.
The pleasure is all mine, Headley.
Thank you. And Mr. Charlie Nakaka, senior partner at Haynes and Polides, criminal lawyer for 30 years. Dee Dee's pushing the buttons, Pablo's on the phones, and right now on the line, it is great pleasure to welcome from the police media unit, the one, the only, Belle Nolan. Belle.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Good, Belle. And what sort of day has it been on the streets of Melbourne today?
Oh, look, I've got a couple of things to talk about. I like to call this segment While I Was Sleeping, because unfortunately I was asleep for all of this, like a vampire. But it sounds like something out of a bad action movie, but we're looking for witnesses after a telephone box explosion in Oakley East yesterday. Now, this wasn't a case of spontaneous combustion. Someone's deliberately done it. Witnesses saw a dark-coloured car stop in front of the phone box on Huntingdale Road just before 1 a.m, and now a man's got out and has placed a homemade explosive device inside the box.
I bet you he works for Telstra. They don't want those public phone boxes around. They want everyone to get a mobile phone.
Well, look, he's got back into the car and sped off, and the explosions caused minor damage to the phone box. And detectives from the Monash CRU are looking into that one, and they've asked me to pass on that they would like to speak to anyone who has any information about what happened.
Yeah, so dark-coloured car, do we know what make or model?
No, we don't.
Okay, and was the person wearing a superhero outfit or just dressed in tracksuit pants?
We don't have a description of the person, so that's what we're looking for. Anyone that may have seen anything suspicious in the area, the best number to call is Crime Stoppers, 1800 333 000.
Yeah, and is that the last phone box remaining in Melbourne?
I don't think so, somehow, but I don't actually know all the locations of phone boxes, unfortunately.
Okay, there can't be too many left, and there's still a few left, is there? And what else is happening?
Look, we all know that speed and alcohol are killers on our roads,
yes.
But unfortunately the message doesn't seem to be sinking in for some drivers, and that's pretty disappointing. Police were quick to act when they caught a man allegedly speeding and drink driving in Kew yesterday. The 27-year-old was clocked at 180 in a 100 zone. This happened on the Eastern Freeway. The man's also allegedly blew .149 on a breath test. That's almost 3 times the legal limit. Police have impounded his black Holden station wagon for 30 days under Hoon laws and suspended his licence on the spot as well.
So it's automatically assumed you're a hoon if you go 180k, is that it?
No, it's not automatically assumed, but that's quite a lot over the speed limit, I think you'll agree, and we do have laws around that.
Yes. Charlie, what would you say in his defence? What would you come up
Very little.
Throw yourself at the mercy of the court?
He's not going to go to jail, but he's going to lose his licence for a long time.
Is it? Yes,
He's
absolutely.
also expected to be charged with a number of driving offences.
Right. And, there's a new rate. What is it? It's a new detection equipment that the police are using to get number plates. I think it does 100 number plates in an hour or so.
Automatic number plate recognition system.
That's right.
Not quite new, but yeah, we certainly do use that.
And a huge number of people you've caught in the first 10 days, isn't it?
It's not actually, I'm not sure where you're hearing that it's new. It's been around for a few years.
Right.
It basically scans the number plates, and we've got an operator standing by, and it tells you things like whether someone's driving while suspended or that kind of thing.
Right, yeah, it was on the news tonight for some reason, so if it's not new, I don't know why.
It's been around
So
for
that's
about 2 or 3
probably
years.
about Operation Road Buyer, which is a road operation. I think that's what you're referring to.
Right.
So they did use that technology as part of that operation.
Right.
Can I ask a question, Belle? Liam Houlihan, how are you going?
Hi, good, thank you.
Liam's from the Herald Sun, so be careful what you say, Bill.
Yeah, no, it's off the record. There's
No one's listening.
How happy are the detectives who have to look into the mystery of the singed phone box this week?
So I didn't quite catch that, Liam.
I said, how happy are the detectives who have to look into the mystery of the singed phone box this week?
I don't know, but, obviously we take this sort of thing pretty seriously, Liam, because, someone could get hurt. It may have been only a small explosion in this case, but, it might not have been fun for someone walking by.
No, that's true. I apologise.
Yeah, you're making light of the singed phone box. Liam, are you at the Herald Sun, are you in constant contact with the police media department?
Absolutely. I think our reporters drive them a little bit crazy sometimes, don't we, Belle?
I've definitely heard your name before, Liam.
Well done, Bill.
Well
And
More ways than one.
and you've got to keep on top of it, don't you, Liam? Because it's the breaking news. What's happening on
It's true, and the news never sleeps, and I'm sure we drive these people crazy more and more.
Well, we never sleep either.
Yeah. Now I've tried to get an acting senior officer on this program for a couple of years now, Bill. The last one I got on was during Operation Noah, which was a little while ago. And any chance of getting someone on? Can you put in a good word for us here?
Oh, I'll give it a crack, but are you talking about the media officer or...?
No, one of the senior, one of the...
commissioners.
Yeah, one of the assistant commissioners we'd like.
Oh, at this time of the morning, most people are in bed, but you can certainly put a request in and we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, don't you have people rostered on? Isn't there an assistant commissioner rostered on? Because the baddies operate at night just as much as during the day, don't they?
Absolutely, and we can wake them up if something big occurs, if they are asleep, so, certainly that's not a problem, but...
Whose job is it to wake up an assistant commissioner in the middle of the night?
It's more than one person's job, depending on what the incident is.
Absolutely. And do you notice that there's more incidents during a full moon? Because we get this from St Vincent's Hospital, and we get this from Melbourne Tow Truck Services. Melbourne Tow Trucks have double the amount of tow truck operators on during a full moon. Do you notice that, Bill?
I've heard this before, but I haven't noticed it personally. But again, I'm not sort of analysing crime trends in my job.
Yeah,
and lunar patterns.
Charlie's saying it's true.
Absolutely.
Charlie? Yeah.
Full moons, hot weather, alcohol, never a good mix.
I think we do notice a bit of a spike in the warmer months. I guess, just like anybody else, offenders tend to enjoy being out in the warmer weather.
Yeah, winter's more for domestic violence, is it?
I'm not sure about that.
Right.
Be careful.
Because people don't want to leave the house, that's mainly the reason, I would assume. Liam, have you got a good crime story in the paper tomorrow?
Well, the main crime story we're going with tomorrow, Victoria Police probably couldn't do a lot. It's our friend Emma Louise Lengui, who's on death row in Malaysia. So
yeah,
it's more of an international one, really.
Right. And as you said earlier off the air, Bill, they should get rid of all the drug law, shouldn't they?
Oh, I certainly didn't say that.
Oh, you didn't say that. Sorry, don't want one of the assistant commissioners being woken in the middle of the night with that. No, Bill, thank you very much. And so it's been a quiet night in Melbourne, been a quiet day?
It's been a quiet night for me, but it's always busy for police.
Yeah, I'm guessing...
Got something to do.
Is it quieter during the footy final season?
Look, again, I'm not too sure about that, but I'm not out there on the streets fighting crime. I'm just in the media unit.
Right, reporting it to people like Liam. And Liam, give a big thank you to Bill.
Thank you so much, Bill.
Thanks, Bill.
It's quieter when Collingwood are knocked out of the finals, isn't it? Because they're all at home.
Absolutely.
And they're not committing crimes in their holdings.
No, they would have got it very upset in Sydney. They wouldn't have been upset in Melbourne.
Bill, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good on you, Bill Nolan from the Police Media Unit. And just on Carlton, as you're all Carlton supporters in this studio tonight, Ratton, right, he had another year on his contract, right? Charlie, I'll throw this to you as an acting lawyer as opposed to you, Liam, who's a ex-lawyer. Can't he ask for specific performance rather than getting paid out the last year? Can't he say, I have a contract till the end of 2013, I demand that contract be enacted?
Probably not, because at the end of the day, the terms of the contract are such that would give the club the option of doing something such as what they did on the basis that they pay him out.
Right, so you think that would be standard?
That would be a standard issue.
That's the educated legal view. The uneducated, just having a go legal view, is I reckon specific performance is one of those things where it doesn't get claimed very often because it's usually the lesser of the alternatives, and most things are sort of political and not legal, and I'm sure they've given him more money than he'd ever get for actual specific performance.
Well, seeing he wants to go become if anything, he's looking at becoming an assistant coach at the Suns. which doesn't pay as much as
The Herald Suns.
You don't tar us with that. You've got to keep nice, don't you?
Yeah, of course you do.
Yeah.
So it's you'll be persona non grata if you demand specific performance.
Let's talk about Mick Malthouse, because I've got to say I can't believe how quickly I've warmed to this man since he's come.
You are a true Carlton supporter. Just throw money at the problem. That's
anything that shits Eddie can't be all bad.
This Churchillian figure in our midst to
the slow walk.
No, it's listen, it's a typical Carlton manoeuvre. That is, they throw money at the problem.
That's right.
And they fix it by throwing money.
I was a bit nervous. I bet I'm not the only Carlton fan in the room who was a little bit nervous when we sort of got rid of Rats and the Malthouse stuff wasn't quite in. And it was like, are we going to be like that dog with the bone that sees its reflection and goes to the bigger bone and ends up with no bones?
No, I didn't think that. I knew they had
locked it up behind the scenes.
There's no way they would have done it without locking it up.
Channel 7 had a nice exclusive interview with Mick Malthouse. Was it Channel 7? I assume it's Channel 7.
Yeah, he's working for them.
Yeah, and he went on and I thought, they've got it, the announcement. And he announced that he was going to announce something.
Well, they've got to draw it out, don't they?
Now, speaking of Carlton folk heroes, Mike Fitzpatrick, and I bring up the issue of conflict of interest. Here's a guy who's an AFL commissioner and at the same time is part owner of the ANZ Stadium in Sydney, where because rugby was on tonight, Hawthorn should have played last night, Collingwood should have played tonight because the team that finished